Mahdi al-Saadi and Stevie separate. A 90-day fiancé update that shocks fans. Hello friends, welcome to my channel. I hope you are well. Please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. When Mahdi al-Saadi first appeared on the hit TLC reality series 90-Day Fiancé, fans were immediately intrigued by his calm demeanor, traditional Iraqi values, and his passionate love for Stevie, a spirited woman from California with a free-spirited soul and a strong will. Their relationship was a whirlwind romance that began online during the height of global travel restrictions. With countless video chats, late-night messages, and cultural misunderstandings, they captured the attention of millions. Stevie, 27, a digital artist and part-time barista, met Mahdi, 30, through a travel forum where both had expressed interest in Middle Eastern culture. Despite the vast cultural and religious differences, the two felt an instant connection. After 6 months of virtual courtship, Stevie flew to Amman, Jordan, where Mahdi was residing temporarily due to work. That trip would change everything. Their chemistry was undeniable. Despite language barriers and differing expectations of gender roles, the couple decided to apply for the K-1 visa and take their relationship to the next level. Mahdi eventually moved to the US, where the couple began living in Stevie's small studio apartment in San Diego. What seemed like a romantic adventure quickly morphed into a complex and emotionally fraught situation. As seen in Season 10 of 90-Day Fiancé, Mahdi and Stevie's relationship was marked by increasing tension. Mahdi struggled to adapt to the liberal lifestyle Stevie was used to, while Stevie wrestled with the expectations Mahdi had based on his cultural background. Mahdi was uncomfortable with Stevie's male friends, her revealing clothing, and her outspoken opinions about religion and politics. Stevie, on the other hand, felt increasingly stifled and controlled. "I feel like I'm losing myself," Stevie told producers in one episode. "I fell in love with Mahdi because he was kind and respectful, but living with him, it's like he wants to rewrite who I am." Mahdi, visibly frustrated during confessionals, expressed a different perspective. "I came here to build a life with her. But this life is very different from what I imagined. In my culture, things are more private, more traditional. Here it feels chaotic." Fans were deeply divided. Some supported Mahdi, arguing that cultural compromise was essential. Others backed Stevie, believing she was sacrificing her identity. Their scenes were among the most talked about on social media. Behind the scenes, pressure was mounting. Stevie's family, initially supportive, began to express concern. Her sister, Marla, even staged a small intervention, questioning whether Stevie truly understood the long-term implications of marrying someone from such a different background. "You're not just marrying Mahdi," Marla warned during a family dinner. "You're marrying his beliefs, his expectations, his world." Meanwhile, Mahdi struggled with isolation. Unable to find work due to visa restrictions, he spent most days at home. The power dynamic began to shift. Stevie became the sole breadwinner, which clashed with Mahdi's deeply rooted sense of masculine responsibility. In one episode, Mahdi had a heated argument with Stevie after she posted a beach photo in a bikini on Instagram. "You don't respect me," he said. "You knew my values before I came here." Stevie replied tearfully, "I'm trying, Mahdi. But I also have to respect myself." Their conversations grew shorter. The laughter faded. Intimacy waned. The pressure of filming a reality show while navigating these tensions only made things worse. The final straw came during the reunion special. In a dramatic sit-down with host Sean Robinson, Mahdi revealed that he had been contemplating returning to Iraq permanently. "I think I made a mistake," he said, voice trembling. "I love Stevie, but we are not compatible. I thought love was enough, but maybe it's not." Stevie was blindsided. "I gave up so much for you," she cried on stage. "I tried to bend, I tried to learn your culture. You never once tried to understand mine." The audience was stunned. Fans online were in disbelief. 4 months, they had followed the couple's emotional highs and devastating lows, hoping they'd pull through. But it was clear, Mahdi and Stevie were over. Shortly after the reunion special aired, Mahdi and Stevie both took to social media to confirm the news. In a now-deleted Instagram story, Mahdi wrote, "Sometimes love teaches us painful lessons. I wish her peace and happiness always." Stevie, more outspoken, shared a lengthy post. "I loved him deeply. But I was losing myself. This relationship taught me that compromise should never come at the cost of your voice, your freedom, or your mental health. The couple officially filed for separation just 5 days after their public announcement. Mahdi returned to Iraq within the month. TLC released a short statement acknowledging the breakup and thanking both participants for their honesty and vulnerability throughout the season. Fans wondered what became of the former couple after the show. A year later, in a special 90-day Fiancé, "Where Are They Now?" viewers got their answer. Mahdi was shown back in Baghdad, working with a local humanitarian NGO. He had grown a beard, looked visibly more relaxed, and spoke about his experience with humility. "I don't regret coming to America," he said. "But it taught me what I truly want. I need someone who understands my roots and shares my vision of family." Meanwhile, Stevie had moved to Portland, Oregon and was living with her new partner, a non-binary activist named Rowan. She was back in the art world, showcasing her work at local galleries, and had started a podcast called Heart Over Borderlines, focused on cross-cultural relationships. "I don't hate Mahdi," she said. "In a weird way, I'm grateful. That relationship broke me, but it also built the woman I am today." The breakup didn't come without its share of public controversy. Online forums like Reddit and Twitter exploded with debates. Some accused Mahdi of being emotionally manipulative, while others slammed Stevie for not doing more research into Middle Eastern norms before bringing Mahdi to the US. The cultural divide sparked heated discussions about interracial and intercultural relationships. Bloggers and YouTubers made content dissecting their breakup. Relationship coaches weighed in. Mahdi and Stevie became the poster couple for "What Happens When Love Alone Isn't Enough." Despite the storm, both handled the public with surprising grace. Neither took cheap shots. Neither blamed the other in interviews. They both recognized the truth. Their love wasn't sustainable. Their story, while painful, became a case study in cross-cultural relationships and the importance of compatibility beyond attraction. Experts in the 90-Day Fiancé franchise praised the couple for being honest and raw, even when it hurt. Dr. Adela Moreno, a cultural psychologist who occasionally consults for TLC, stated, "Mahdi and Stevie's breakup is a reminder that love requires more than emotion. It needs alignment in values, goals, and lifestyle." Fans continued to send messages of support to both Mahdi and Stevie, acknowledging their courage to walk away rather than stay in a toxic situation. Today, nearly 2 years since their breakup, both Mahdi and Stevie are thriving in their own ways. Mahdi recently announced his engagement to a woman from Basra, Iraq, whom he met through mutual friends. She is a teacher and shares his religious and cultural values. The wedding is scheduled for early next year. Stevie, now a published author of a memoir titled "The Border Between Us," continues to use her platform to advocate for healthy boundaries in relationships. Her book tour sold out in multiple cities, and she is currently working on a docuseries about post-reality show trauma and recovery. In the world of 90-Day Fiancé, love often takes unexpected turns. Mahdi al-Saadi and Stevie's story didn't end with wedding bells and a happily ever after. But it offered something just as valuable: a raw, honest glimpse into what happens when love and reality collide. Their journey reminded viewers that love doesn't always conquer all, but it can still teach, heal, and transform. In a final post on their anniversary, Stevie wrote, "1 year ago today I walked away from something I thought was forever. It wasn't. But it was real. And that's enough." And with that, the world turned the page.
90-Day. Fiancé's Julia Trubkina left America without Brandon. Their relationship may be in trouble. Julia Trubkina, from 90-Day Fiancé, happily ever after, is currently living outside the United States, and Brandon is not with her. Julia and Brandon's journey on 90-Day Fiancé has been filled with cultural clashes, family tension, and emotional ups and downs. From living under Brandon's strict parents' roof to disagreements about starting a family, their relationship has faced constant pressure. Julia often struggled with American life and boundaries with Brandon's parents, while Brandon tried to keep the peace. Despite the challenges, the couple married and continued to work through their issues, even seeking therapy on the last resort. Brandon and Julia faced serious relationship challenges, including Julia admitting she once kissed her ex, Brandon's anger over her bar dancing, and a secret visa application for her parents. Tensions with Brandon's parents also resurfaced, leaving Julia feeling unheard. Despite Brandon feeling betrayed and considering leaving, the couple ultimately chose to recommit. They promised to improve communication, address family planning, and work together to rebuild trust in their marriage. Brandon and Julia will next be seen on 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, Season 9, but before that, fans are watching her spending time in Serbia with her parents. Julia recently surprised her Instagram followers by posting photos with her family in Belgrade, Serbia, captioning, "I think only I can bring people together who haven't communicated with each other for years." The pictures showed Julia happily posing with her parents and sibling, marking a cheerful moment after recently mourning the loss of her beloved dog, Simba. Fans quickly noticed Brandon was missing from the photos. One follower even asked, "Where is Brandon?" But Julia didn't reply. The silence sparked curiosity and concern among fans about the couple's current relationship status. Julia also recently shared heartbreaking news after losing her beloved German Shepherd Simba in May 2025. Calling him her son, Julia revealed Simba had suffered a severe stroke and leg paralysis, requiring syringe feeding and constant care. She posted a touching farewell, writing, "Run on the rainbow, my boy. I hope I was a good mummy for you," and admitted the grief was indescribable. Fans flooded her Instagram with support, calling the loss devastating and praising the deep bond she shared with Simba. During Simba's illness, Julia devoted herself fully to his care, feeding him with a syringe every 2 hours and helping him walk outside. She often credited Simba with helping her adjust to life on Brandon's family farm and even said he inspired her pet-themed business. After Simba passed, Julia described her grief as similar to losing a child. She also shared that she isn't ready to adopt another dog just yet, choosing to focus on honoring Simba's memory and continuing to support other shelter animals in need. Both Brandon and Julia admitted that their marriage had underlying problems. Some connected to having kids, cultural differences, and misaligned expectations, and they sought therapy on the last resort to address them. The show had captured the heated confrontation Julia and Brandon had when she disclosed she had applied for her parents' visa without telling him. Brandon thought it was a bad idea for her to bring them to America. He was upset that she'd filed the documents behind his back and hidden the truth from him for 2 months. Brandon did not appreciate that Julia had disregarded his advice and was doing what she felt right. He had even stormed out of the therapy session. He made it clear that he didn't want Julia's parents to be living with him, even if it was for a visit. However, Julia still flying abroad for her parents' visa interview without him shows that Brandon and Julia are still not on the same page. Perhaps the new season of 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, will reveal why Julia went ahead with her decision, especially while she's grieving Simba's death. 90 Day Fiancé Happily Ever After Season 9 premieres Sunday, July 6, 2025 at 8 p.m. EDT on TLC. 90 Day. Fiancé's Brandon reveals what matters most after Julia Trubkina left America without him. Brandon Gibbs from 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, has hinted at his new goals following Julia Trubkina's departure from the United States. Although Brandon and Julia have been married for over 5 years, their relationship has never been without its flaws. They recently underwent therapy to work on their marital troubles, which brought them closer. However, the couple experienced another devastating setback with the loss of their beloved dog, Simba. Each coped with the grief in their own way, with Brandon focusing on his physical fitness and Julia putting her efforts into her business. Hello friends, welcome to my channel. I hope you are well. Please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. While Julia enjoyed her time with her family in Serbia, Brandon remained in the US. Recently, he posted a few Instagram stories alluding to his current goals. Posting photos from the gym, he indicated his strong focus on physical well-being. Accompanying the pictures was the popular song Tears Don't Fall by Bullet for My Valentine. Although Brandon didn't elaborate on his relationship status with Julia, He did wear his wedding band in the photos, suggesting that his marriage was in a good place. Brandon has discovered a new passion, while Julia is spending time with her loved ones in Serbia. His decision to stay in the United States while his wife travels alone showcases a strong commitment to their relationship. It seems that therapy has had a positive impact on him, motivating him to be more supportive. Hopefully, the 90-Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, cast members' newfound interest in fitness will allow him to evolve into the person he aspires to be. It may also help him overcome the stress that has plagued his life for some years. Last year, viewers witnessed Brandon experiencing anxiety during his time at the resort while undergoing therapy with his wife. A year before that, he had to be hospitalized due to a panic attack he had while filming a tell-all episode. It appears that Brandon has made a concerted effort to prioritize fitness in support of his mental and physical well-being. Working on his health may also help him reduce stress and lead a more fulfilling life. Hopefully, Brandon is able to achieve the fitness he has set for himself. Julia's trip to Serbia presented the perfect opportunity for Brandon to focus on his fitness goals. With fewer responsibilities as a husband, he now has the chance to prioritize his health and well-being. Knowing that Julia is fulfilling her desire to connect with her family members brings him joy, as he can see her happiness grow. This trip not only gives Julia a well-deserved break, but also allows Brandon to feel a sense of relief. Strengthening their bond and marriage, this experience is sure to have a positive impact on the 90-Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After couple's relationship.